back to it, man. We back to the next video. Excuse the noise in the background. I left. I'm back. Like I never left. Fuck you, Timber. Tune in to TN at 10. It ain't 10, but I appreciate you tuning in, man. It's the last video. Once again, it's the part 2. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok, follow me on Twitch, subscribe to my YouTube, hit the post notification bell, and fuck with my music. If you don't, we all know I don't give a fuck. So, yeah, I just appreciate you watching me. Like I said, I ain't just doing this for me or the views. I'm doing this for you watching right now. So we're gonna hop right into the video, man. We gonna finish this bitch up.
It's
My bad.
Okay.
I don't think they'll call the cops.
Okay.
Well, not my family at least. I don't know about the neighbor.
Are they like illegal here, or are they like?
No, we're all legal.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, I don't care either way, but you know, I was just curious maybe why they wouldn't want to call them. But so where I'm originally from in Houston, like it's a lot more, it's whatever. I don't care either way. But okay. So and I want to know what's happening to these kids because I'm sure, despite some shortcomings that have happened, I'm not talking about your height, but despite some shortcomings,
you need it. I don't need this.
I know in the end you don't want what's happening to those kids to happen to people. I know you don't. So what I do want to know is the type of these kids are going through. So say take a video of like an infant that came across you. What was happening in that video? Like from the 0 second mark to like say the 30-second mark.
Voice, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was happening?
He said he's saying lower your voice, nigga.
Yeah, what typically happens to these babies?
Stupid boy.
I mean, I guess just what you would expect from a regular porn video.
I'm gonna show you some specific ways you can use arcade to speed up your workflow.
That shit just made me throw up.
Video online.
So are they like the babies?
Usually not babies, no.
Okay, what are they doing to the babies?
Trying to get them to or something.
So trying to get a toothless infant to.
Hell nah.
Just like it's like an adult doing that, or is
I know
that
I'm cold, but this shit
does it show the adult's face in
bad
those videos?
chills, bruh.
Usually doesn't.
Okay, what does it show? Like what parts do you see of them?
Just usually genitalia.
Okay, so is
Maybe
it?
a leg.
Okay, so it's like an adult genitalia going into.
I would assume. I have no clue.
Well, just one that
Just
you've
you.
seen. I mean, because
Dumbass.
you just told me that what's usually happens to like the babies is that it's like stuff. I mean, is that what happens? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Okay.
So what the fuck you act like you
I'm
didn't know
not trying to
for?
confuse you.
Right. So how many of these? I mean, how often did a video pop of an infant doing that to somebody like that?
Every so often. I didn't check very frequently. I just, whenever I wasn't busy.
Okay. So it's just, what would be the most common type of video on there then, in these groups?
I guess maybe like I said, like 10 years old or maybe a little bit younger.
Okay.
Seeming.
Sure. Were these 10 years old? Was this like a guy and a girl, or was this like a guy and a girl, or like a boy and a girl? Like.
Yeah, usually.
Usually which one?
Guy and a girl.
Okay, so a grown-ass man with a little girl.
I would assume.
Okay. Because you don't see their face.
Most of the time.
Okay.
That's all you said.
So with like say the 10-year-olds, what's usually happening in those types of videos?
Same thing. About penetration as well.
With penetration?
Right.
Okay. So, how did this become how did this become just like a thing where, it starts at day one, I know it's wrong, but then it just kind of stay in there, kind of just keep checking stuff out like that, like.
I mean, it's kind of like a addiction, You just kind of look for something new.
Okay, so it's just more of so it's like you just like to kind of get your rocks off and dip or something like that?
Pretty much.
That's fair.
And now I'm not even dabbling in any of that, so.
Okay. How often, you mentioned a small group, so I understand these small groups. These are especially ones where people can maybe, ask for you to put in. How many times have you kind of maybe exchanged or just put in?
Very rarely.
Very rarely?
I didn't get a lot of content, so.
Didn't get a lot of what?
Content, so.
Okay. In what situations would you feel compelled to like kind of like put in like those types of videos?
I guess when they would ask for it, because they expected group members to contribute.
Okay. Was this on, what apps do they expect people to contribute on?
That was Telegram, the 2 groups that I mentioned.
Telegram, okay. What about like sessions, WhatsApp, Signal? How do those groups go?
It was more individual, no groups.
Oh, okay. So this was like individuals sending you stuff?
Right.
Okay.
And that was only for the group, so that I could actually contribute and not get kicked out.
Okay, so basically,
It's like an
so
initiation.
somebody would message you on Signal or WhatsApp,
shit.
and they'd send you some of this material so you could put it into a group on Telegram? Is that how, or is that like,
Yeah, I guess, pretty much.
okay. So,
Sorry, it's freezing.
yeah, you're good. So Signal and WhatsApp is more just the individual stuff, at least in your case.
Sure.
Okay. So some of these messages here to the account,
Can you not make them super
not gonna, yes.
readable from somebody else's
Sure.
perspective?
Nigga,
Sure.
y'all fucking outside. What the fuck? Can't nobody just... Oh yeah, he got papers. I see everything it say. Nigga, they gotta be close proximity. It's a message thread, you fucking moron.
What is there to discuss about this?
Well, like I said, EJ, I do have a lot of sympathy for you because you are 23 and you know something had happened to you. You don't have to tell me where you work, but what do you do for work?
Yeah, not say.
Okay. Do you work at Planet Fitness?
I wish. That'd be nice.
Do something more harder labor than that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm not trying to get in between. Like, I'm just curious about the industry, if you don't mind. I don't know. Like, are you, like, do they keep you busy, at least?
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is kind of my hang-up on some of the things. Like, you've been mostly honest about everything, which I really appreciate, because you are helping us save more kids, which, do you want kids one day?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. And I know you don't want any of this happening to them,
Right.
so...
Of course not.
yeah, and like I said, I mean, if I had to choose anybody to actually talk to and get it addressed this way, it'd be you. It wouldn't be anybody else. So here I said, what state? I'm very careful, and you know, I'm originally from California. But how do you like it here, California or Oregon better?
Oregon.
Why is that?
Why does this matter?
I'm just curious. Sorry.
I get that you're trying to be a nice guy, man, but could you just get to the point? I'm cold. My girlfriend's worried. She's gonna, I don't know, do what? She's gonna be so dramatic after this and ask me a million questions.
I got you.
And there's no way I'm gonna get around it, so...
Okay. Are you gonna tell her the truth about this?
Yeah, if she asks me, I'm gonna have to.
Okay. So here you say we got to stick together, and then you put a girl emoji and a pizza.
Right.
Okay. So what does that kind of mean? What were you trying to say by that?
I mean, I guess just not go to jail and get by.
Right. That's fair.
It's a pretty big fear of mine.
Going to jail for this stuff?
Well, no, just going to jail in general.
Yeah, it's pretty rough. I wouldn't want to do that. So one of the other messages, you know, you said you like the rough videos and your preference was age 4 years old to 12 years old.
Did you?
Yep, I got you. One of the other messages, you said your preference was...
He said it in a lower tone though.
Like,
So
when
what's
you
your
say
question?
rough
What did you
videos, what do you
mean?
mean by you like the videos rough? I just need to know this stuff
I
because...
guess just what you would assume with rough, like in a regular video, like pulling hair,
Okay.
you know, tying people up, stuff like that.
Okay.
Tying people up.
So, pretend I'm a rock and I assume
You're a
nothing.
what?
Pretend I'm a rock and I assume nothing. And you know, in Oregon, assuming is you know, bigoted and racist nowadays anyway, so I can't assume anyway. So by pulling hair and tying them up, are these videos you're talking about with like 4 to 12-year-olds? That
No, I didn't find any of those. I wasn't sent any of those or anything.
okay? But we were talking about. I mean, I don't want to have to pull these out and just.
Could you grab that, please?
Yeah, he got it. Yep. Okay. So I'm not dumb. I know about Sessions. Sessions is like more extreme than Telegram. And again, you didn't create the app.
I didn't know it was more extreme. I would have assumed it was Telegram because everybody's on there.
Okay. But, you know, you got banned on Telegram because you created groups. This is what you said. So, you know, like I said, you've been 95% honest, but since you actually aren't and you aren't a bad person, that's why the full truth isn't coming out. Because if you were actually truly bad and you actually like this stuff, you know, it would have just been the full truth. So you need to tell me why do you like this stuff rough, man. I do want to know, and I do think it can get turned around. I wouldn't care to ask you if I didn't think it could get turned around.
No, I get it.
So,
and I appreciate you trying to help me. Why do I like rough stuff?
with children, yeah.
Not with children anymore.
Anymore?
Right.
Okay, so
I'm
what?
not into any of that anymore.
Okay, so when you were, what was it that you liked to watch?
I guess just whatever they sent in Telegram.
Okay, well, what's a video that you can remember that you enjoyed with that at the time?
I'm really trying to change as a person, man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to relive these experiences.
And I hate
that you're trying to help, but
well,
I just don't see how this helps.
Well, EJ,
it's not like you're going to find a specific video unless you enter a group as well. So
correct.
What's the point of asking for the specific?
Well, EJ, I hate to ask you to relive it, but the fact that, you know, there is a specific video, and I'm trying to get to the bottom of it because maybe I can figure out who it got sent from. Because, man, you know I got people on the inside of those groups.
Oh, I wouldn't know.
Okay, well, I do. So we can kind of narrow it down. So what's a video that they sent you that was rough that you kind of enjoyed? I do want to know. I'm sorry. I hate to make you relive it, but I'm just asking, man. Just asking.
I guess just a random penetration video.
Okay. Would it be and just any, that was kind of your thing to look for, or?
No, it was just something that was sent.
Okay. What was happening in this random penetration video besides penetration? Like how old do you think the girl was?
I don't know, 11, 12.
11, 12? Okay. Was she like in pain or making that audible, or?
Just blank-faced. Didn't care.
Okay.
On the phone.
On the floor?
On the phone.
She was on the phone?
Yeah.
Can you explain that for me? What does that mean?
Like, on the phone, I'm guessing whoever it was trying to distract them from what was happening.
So this 12-year-old girl was talking on the phone. Okay, so this...
No, not talking on the phone, like playing some game or something.
She was playing a game on the phone as she was getting from behind or something? Okay, so she was on her back and an adult was training her and she was just kind of like this. Okay. What about that one turned you on, you think?
I guess just the look.
The look of it?
Of the individual.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
You basically said since she was young.
I know. And again, like, just to reassure you, I wouldn't be having this conversation if I thought that, you know, I know you look at this stuff with regret, man, and I actually respect the hell out of that. I really do. Okay. So, without having to read these, because we both are smart and can remember stuff, you mentioned you created groups on Telegram. That's what... Okay, so...
Bless me, man. I just hit my fucking toe. Shit.
Okay, I made a group chat with a bunch of people who trade. So is that the one with 20 people, or is that another one?
That was a separate one.
Okay, how many people were in that one, that group that you made?
Maybe like 5 people before it got reported or something.
Okay. Just curious because, you know, obviously you're not going to be the last trader I talk to,
Okay.
but you'll be the only one who I actually think can get it turned around. I'll tell you that much. Unless I come across some 17-year-old or something, right? But
I appreciate you saying that.
yeah, and I mean it. Yeah, because man, I didn't have to bring my Spanish-speaking friend to go talk to your girlfriend's mom and just say, hey, we've got a package for him. It's important. Can't say what it is. You know, we went really far for you. So what you can do is go far for me and go far for yourself, man. I mean, how gratifying would it be? Okay, you know Jeffrey Dahmer, right?
I've heard of him.
Okay, serial killer, right? You know, I understand you're not a serial killer nor would ever be, but just think about the guy who killed him in prison. That guy... No, that mother in prison. So the guy who killed him in prison, I think, was in jail for... it was bad. But he killed a serial killer. Just think about how much he redeemed himself by actually, you know, an eye for an eye. He gave back. He gave back. And you can be the same way. Yeah. you're never going to be able to erase that. You partook in some. You'll never be able to erase it. But what you can do is put it this way. You know how Hiroshima got nuked?
Yeah.
Okay. You know how now it's a bunch of gardens and it's all beautiful and magical? Do that with your life.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Do it, man. Do it. Okay. So, how did you pick and choose who these 5 people were in the group?
Just people that I already traded with. Just added them.
Okay. How did you meet them?
Just through Instagram.
Okay. Okay, so how often, honestly, I mean, these are 5 people you trade with. How often did you trade?
Just like when I said, like whenever I wasn't busy.
Okay. So is this like
So
a
you
daily
just-
thing, once
yeah.
a day maybe, or
Like, what the fuck?
Every other day.
every other day? Okay.
Every 2 days, you just was on that bitch.
So I feel like I can ask you this
Sending
because, again,
Childs.
I do consider you separate from other people and this stuff. What's the appeal of trading?
Y'all see how he be asking the questions? That's why I fuck with him. It's like he not just trying to
watch, like,
make them
infants,
feel
whatever,
like it's
but
closed off.
I watched,
He wants them to
Filipinos,
expose
whatever.
way more
But
than they're
never did I-
willing to, you know?
Never did I screenshot it and send it to my friends like, oh, bro, look what I'm watching. And
Right.
I noticed when it comes to like child, there's such big trading going on.
Well, it's because it's the only way to get it.
It's the only way to get it.
Right. I mean, you can't go to and look it up.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but it's gonna be like on the millionth tab or something.
Mhm.
Right?
Okay. And you mentioned that you did save some. How did you pick and choose which ones to save?
Just what I thought other people would like in trading.
Okay. So what were some of those videos? Because that can help me figure out the minds of other people.
People would just say certain things that they were interested in, like, I don't know, age ranges, or
Okay.
just certain looks.
Okay. So what were the age ranges you collected for those other people?
Just the ones that I told you about.
4 to 12?
That, a little bit older,
So 4 to maybe 13, 14?
like 16.
Okay, so 4 to 16 would be fair? Did you just say no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You're right, because you got this dumbass
Lost
nonchalant
Illinois
attitude.
Medicaid?
Where can we find a
Stupid ass nigga.
low-cost health plan?
What about a plan that covers doctor visits?
Man, get the fuck out my
Emergency care?
get the fuck out my shit, boy.
Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting next month.
So 4 to 16. So you
Yeah,
mentioned the
that's-
messages too that 4
I
is.
feel get my medical
you said
card,
you
boy. I got
watch
a little
infants
itch.
sometimes, but you said 4 is your.
feel me?
You know, that's where your preference kind of
I
stops.
missed
Why
that
4
mota.
and not say 3?
Missed
I'm
that.
curious. No, I'm not judging you, as you can see. You know.
Were there no explanation about that?
If there was, I don't remember.
I don't know. Just anything under that just seems too young, you know?
But what makes 4 old enough is the better question then.
I don't know, consciousness, memories. Not like, you know, that's like what I was actively thinking, but, you know, it seems like when a person becomes a person.
Okay, so you think.
Not really, but you know what I mean.
Yes, yeah,
You know what I mean.
right. Like I understand,
That's
like
the earliest memory that you could probably remember, right?
right. No, absolutely.
Like 4, 5, 6.
I can't say I remember my 4th birthday. But I do remember one thing on my 4th birthday. I was just opening the gate for my parents or something. I have no idea why, but that's just the one thing I remember. But you're right.
Just random memories, yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, does it put you more at ease then to kind of watch those rather than like a 3 or 2 or 1 or?
Not anymore, obviously.
Okay.
Don't watch any of it.
So was this happening on your phone or computer or
Well,
phone? Okay. Was it happening on any other devices? Okay. So when we had this conversation online, you said here, why do you like littles? So what are littles? That's actually something I don't know.
it's just shorthand term, I guess, for little girls.
Okay. And I asked, you got any you made yourself? And you said, no, not made by me, but I do have a solo video from that 16-year-old. So, again, like, where is that video now?
The video that I told you about, deleted. I don't know where it would be.
Okay. So what was the deal with this 16-year-old? Like, how did that even come about? Just, I'm not mad. I mean, 16, like that's out of high school, well, close to it. I mean, I don't care, but I'm just curious, how did that even come about? Like, how did that?
Well, she lived in a state where 16 is age of consent or whatever, and I figured, oh, okay, whatever. Like, it's cool if we text or whatever.
Okay.
And we just did. That was it.
So did you guys, how did you guys come to know each other in person?
We didn't know each other in person.
Okay.
Did I say that? Sometimes I would lie to get people to trade things with me. I figured that you were going to trade with me, so I figured I would jazz certain things up about it.
Okay.
Like certain people, if you notice, well, I'm sure you don't notice. I doubt you trade, but
No, I don't.
like some people will be like, oh, well, if you talk a certain way, I'm just not going to trade with you. Because you know, they're very mistrustful people, so.
Well, sure. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. So that would help me a lot. So what is some lingo that I can help better, that I can kind of better get more people, man? Like what could I have said differently to you maybe? Or what would have made you more trusting?
I don't know, if you had been quicker to say what app you wanted to use to trade or whatever.
Okay. So what are some things that make you trusting of people? Like what app you want to use? Like what are some other stuff that people say so where you know it's like legit?
I guess if they use like things like that pizza emoji or whatever.
Okay.
Like you can kind of tell like from context.
Okay. Well, I can just use the pizza emoji, no problem. But is there anything else that people kind of use to get your trust?
I guess just kind of talking about your interests.
Okay.
In the subject.
Okay. So that solo video from the 16-year-old, when did she send that to you? Because I don't think girls should be online doing that anyway.
I can't remember.
Okay.
It was whenever that message said, maybe like a couple months before that, 3 months, 4 months, I can't remember.
Okay, so this was recent. She was talking to you?
Maybe like almost a year ago.
Okay. Fair enough. She met you on Instagram or?
Trying to remember. I can't remember.
Okay.
It might have been TikTok, Instagram. I don't know.
Did you actually see her face, or were you just some guy
Yeah.
texting her? Okay.
Yeah, we FaceTime plenty of times.
Okay. How long have you been with your girlfriend for?
For about 2 years now.
Does she know about? I mean, I'm not going to tell her, but does she know about kind of some of the infidelities going on? Okay.
I've kept it from her.
Fair enough. So when would you find the time to FaceTime her? The 16-year-old, yeah.
I guess just whenever I was like on break at work or something.
Okay.
Or like after work.
Did the 16-year-old know you had a girlfriend?
No.
She probably had a
Yeah,
boyfriend.
yeah.
You told her?
No.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Hit that pose, take that flick, check your angle, post that. Hit that pose, take that flick, check your angle, post that. Hit that pose, take that flick, check your angle.
Online, it's all a bunch of internet anyway. Do you happen to know which state she was from?
It was on the East Coast, like northeast. I can't remember what state individually.
In Jersey, maybe?
I can't remember.
Okay.
I don't think it was Jersey.
Why did y'all stop talking to each other?
I just got tired of talking to her. Like, she just wasn't the same type of person as me. So I figured if we didn't vibe, why continue talking?
Fair enough. Okay. So I have the Sessions app, Snapchat, WhatsApp. So Snapchat, you didn't tell me about earlier, but again, I'll give you credit for maybe just not remember. What happens on Snapchat with this type of stuff?
It was just a 16-year-old.
Okay, so she was on Snapchat. Okay. She sent you that solo video on Snapchat?
Yeah.
Okay. So where did that save to? I mean, did you put it in like a hidden folder? Was this your gallery? Where did that video go?
Photos.
Okay. Your girlfriend never checked your phone for any of that stuff? Crazy.
I don't let her on my phone. And I don't expect to ever
Go on hers
go on
either.
her.
Yeah, no, you gotta have
Yeah,
trust.
we're the type of relationship like that.
Same, yeah. So I'm the same with my girlfriend. Yeah, you see my Hispanic friends there? They need their jackets, man. They're not like Viking blood like me.
Yeah, me neither. Jeez.
Yeah, but I can't be in 100-degree weather. It makes me crazy. Okay. So what about the other videos? I mean, you said after you got banned from Telegram, you had a few videos. I mean, how many of those videos were those? Or pictures, videos?
I don't know, maybe like 20, 30.
20, 30. Okay. And were those also on your gallery as well, or photos?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, was this was there like a secret phone this was happening on, or was this all just
It's on my phone.
the one you have now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, well, I mean, I got a new phone, but it's the same number and everything.
Right. Okay.
How'd you find my house?
Well, your number doesn't actually go back to you.
Go back to.
Some guy in Santa Ana. But I called your number on an 859 number, and I just let the voicemail play, and you said your name on there, so. Yeah, I'll be honest with you. You're honest with me.
The voicemail said Elijah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I need to update that.
Well, don't update it to be more discreet about this stuff, you know? Okay. So tell me about the Sessions app. Like, how does that differ from Telegram?
It really doesn't. It's just more individual, like I said.
More individual trades?
Right.
Okay.
Just all the details that we had already gone over
Okay. When's the last time somebody traded with you on Sessions?
months ago.
Okay.
Like I said, it was pretty much like right after I got banned from Telegram.
Okay. Can you get a cover for the phone? It should be like right next to the fried pickles. Just get like a little shirt.
What's your name, bro?
Gordon.
Gordon?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Gordon, how much longer is this going to take? Can I just like give you my number and just like discuss this over the phone at another date?
Well, you know, I'm not holding you here, but I do need to ask you about.
It's really cold and my girlfriend's worried. Well, and I get it. Just please ask whatever last questions you have. Bro, it's cold. I'm Mexican. You just said it, man.
I know.
I don't have the genetics for this.
I know. I feel you. Well, like I said, I'm not holding you here, but I think it's important because, you know, we do have a lot of chat activity saved, and
right.
So this is this is what I need to ask about, and be as honest with me as possible, okay? So this isn't something I'm going to judge you for, because everybody makes mistakes. If you somebody, I'd probably, because I hate that. You know, I had an uncle that was, you know, so that hits home. No, I feel you. Yeah, everybody needs a joke nowadays. Everybody's too uptight about, you know, people give you shit for it.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, right. You know. But okay, so something with this 11-year-old. What happened with it? And before you say I made it up, I know that's not the case, because the one that you told me about that had with you or whatever it was. I just want to know what happened. That's it. What happened?
Oh, well, I was 13. It was my cousin. We had consensual.
Okay.
And then my grandma found out about it.
Okay.
And, yeah, pretty much split our family in half.
That your grandma found out about that? Okay. Was this back in California?
Yes.
Okay. Did you move out after that it happened? Is that why you came here?
No.
Okay.
I lived in California for a few years after that, and I just decided to move here because I wanted to live with my girlfriend.
Oh, so was she long distance before you met her?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So did you like meet her before you moved here?
Yeah.
And oh, okay. I'm glad it wasn't like some blind, you know,
Yeah.
90-day fiance type. So what you moved here last year, right?
Last year. That sounds about right. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what month it was last year?
I can't remember.
Okay.
It was about a year ago.
A year. Okay.
In the summer.
Got it. So that cousin, I mean, does she at least talk to you still at this point?
We were friendly after the fact, but the family kind of just like wanted us to be a little separate, and that was that.
How did she find out? Or I mean, sorry, how did your grandma find out?
She saw us doing certain things together.
Okay. So when I ask you here, what about rough do you like? You say I love. I love it when a little girl thinks she can run away, but she's not going anywhere. I love hearing little girls cry when I LOL. I love hearing...
I don't need you to say the rest. I know the message.
Okay, but I'm just going to let you know, I love hearing the screaming and begging me to stop, or when they don't want to do anything, but they submit anyways. I love hair pulling, face... I love tying girls up and doing unforgivable things to them. What's your favorite age range? So, that's not... I don't think that's the full... You know, I know you're not going to actually really hurt anybody, but, you know, I mean, this is verbatim says I love... And I know it wasn't a 2-year age difference with your cousin. I know it was longer than that, okay? I know.
No, it was 2 years.
Okay. But you said you stayed in California a few years after it happened, then you moved here. A few years isn't 10 or 9, okay? What was it, actually the age difference? I'm not here to judge you, man.
I'm being serious. Why would I lie about that particular part? Because of that message? I understand why you would think that it's connected, but it's not connected.
Okay.
I appreciate your concern, man, but...
So that particular part, so what part are you not telling the truth about? I mean, was it actually consensual, or did it just happen?
It was consensual.
Okay. So, when you say I love here, where does that come into play with your life? Like, what happened in a case where if I were to talk to somebody would have said that maybe you did them, and I'm not mad at you, because again, I don't think it'll happen again, but I need to know how... Huh?
I said, right, well,
okay.
I've never anybody.
Okay.
That's never happened. Well, unless, obviously, you want to consider legally speaking, because we were both minors.
Okay. But when you say here, I love hearing little girls cry when I... So, in what situation are you talking about here? Because this is specific. This isn't...
It's a fantasy.
This is a
fantasy.
Okay.
I wouldn't not actually do that.
Okay. Where do you think you got this fantasy from?
Rough. Right.
Okay. But you refer to this as little girls, so I need to know what app is showing the most rough that involves children. I mean, again, this ain't...
Like I said, it was Telegram.
Okay.
I mean, I understand that you think that session is a very crazy one, and I believe you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very sure that you've seen some very crazy things on session, but in my experience, Telegram has a lot of stuff, so...
Okay.
That's what I would base my stuff on.
Okay. So, you know, I want to ask... What's another rough video? Like, what's the roughest video that somebody's shown on Telegram to make you put on paper that you love? I mean, surely it wasn't just somebody playing on their phone. You know, it has to be in pain. I love hearing little girls screaming, crying. I mean, who's posting this stuff?
Please.
You want to move over here?
No, it's fine. I mean, they're neighbors, you know?
Okay.
Anybody can have their window open.
Right. So who's posting this stuff? Like, what is it? Like, that's what I want to know. Because you don't need to protect what they're doing, man.
No, I know. I'm not trying to protect anybody.
Okay.
I'm just, you know, I guess one of the roughest videos I've seen was what looked like of a little girl.
Okay. How old was that little girl, you think?
I don't know, maybe like 6, 7.
6, 7? Okay. And what was happening to her in the video?
It seemed like it was,
Okay. So was she like crying, screaming, all that?
Yeah.
Okay. Was this on Telegram?
It was on Telegram.
Okay. So without having to show me or whatever, was this one of the ones that you saved on your phone?
No, I just kept it in the group.
Okay.
I didn't feel the need to download it because there was already a bunch of videos in my phone and I was running out of space.
Okay. So if you're running out of space with all these videos in your phone, I mean, truly, how many videos do you think it was?
Like 30. 30? I have a lot of space on my phone.
You do have a lot or you don't have a lot?
I don't have
Okay.
a lot. And I don't have money to buy more space.
Yeah.
So I just kind of...
Boost your revenue and drive growth with Google Ads. Reach high-value customers across the entire Google network.
There's a little message out of space, and I'm just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
You know?
So how often would you watch the videos that were how often would you watch the videos that were kind of on your phone?
Like in my photos?
Yeah.
Actually, very rarely.
Very rarely.
It's like a addiction. Like, it was like a addiction, you know? Like, you just kind of like look for the next video. Like, if you see something that you like, you save it, even if you probably aren't even going to watch it for like months.
Right.
You know?
Right. So, I think you mentioned on Sessions that you also created some groups on there as well.
No, I didn't create any groups.
No? Okay. How many groups on Sessions did they invite you into?
No groups, just on Telegram.
Okay. So, with Sessions...
What? ¿Quién es?
Huh?
They called the cops, the neighbor.
Well,
Can we walk somewhere else or
yeah,
something?
yeah. Let's walk over there. If I were you, you just want to hop in the car and we can just go down the block? Okay.
Just keep walking that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Solo me está preguntando cosas.
Te está preguntando, no, dicen que le están hablando a la policía, porque él le está diciendo que sus hijas van a venir y no quiere que eso esté aquí, o sea, que ya se vayan, o si te quieres ir con ellos, vete, para que terminen de platicar.
No voy a ir con ellos.
Ok, so, ¿qué va a pasar? ¿Por qué quiere que se vayan? ¿Porque van a llegar sus hijos ahorita o van a llegar sus papás? Y no
Está bien,
quiere-
vamos a caminar por allá.
All right, yeah, so walk down.
The cops might ask your friends what they're doing there because the neighbor called.
Okay. It feels nice out. I'm about to start sweating. I'm about to be a furnace. Here, I'll just actually introduce you to them. Come on, guys. They also don't bite. They're the same way as me. And they're bilingual too. This is you can introduce yourself.
Kevin.
Alex.
Gordon. EJ. So, okay. So, who introduced you to the Sessions app?
Just comment sections, just like Telegram.
Okay. So Instagram is clickable comment sections? Or like, okay, so comment sections introduce you to Sessions. So how does that work? Like,
Just people naming what apps they use to trade.
okay. Got it. So how many people would you say have traded with you on Sessions?
Maybe like 5, 10 people,
Okay.
anywhere
Any-
between that range.
Any names that you can remember?
There was one username that I remember, just one actually.
Can you,
That helps.
sorry to ask, can you turn the camera and say who it is, please? Just so we can get that actually. That would actually be beneficial to get.
You don't want to just write it down. I don't consent to having my...
We're in public, but okay, that's fine. Do you have like an extra phone that I can use to write it down?
Nope.
Yeah, notes. You can just get it and give it to me. Okay. What would you say the name is? Or do you want to write it down?
Sure.
And then any groups on Telegram that...
This was what it was on session.
Do any of these people that trade with you talk about anything else but trading? Like, is there any personal info, like, I'm from this state, I'm from that state, anything like that?
Sometimes, but not really any details.
What states would pop up that you can remember?
I guess East Coast, but
Okay.
I can't remember specifics. Maybe Florida.
Okay. Here, let me get this back to him here.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Brain trauma is a sad thing, man, and that does affect memory, for sure.
One thing that I remember people talking about besides just trading
Mhm.
was some people were like weirdly wanting to like role play with other people, even if they were like not, underage.
So, 2 guys?
Yeah, exactly.
So how would that go?
I don't know, just like people asking me like, oh, hey, you want to like role play? Like, no, I'm good.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of...
Yeah, a little bit.
So, I mean, what apps besides Telegram have you seen, like, the little boy stuff posted?
Did you lower your voice a little?
Yeah. So, God, okay, you're like my middle school teacher, dude.
No, I know, but these are all my names.
Which would make sense that you'd be talking to a 12-year-old with my middle schooler. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
There was occasionally stuff that they would post in the Telegram groups of boys, but it was very rare.
Okay. What stuff? Like, what were the age ranges of the boys, would you, if you had to guess?
I don't know, maybe like 8 or something, 7.
Okay. Videos?
Yeah, videos.
Okay. Look, I know you're not gay, despite being from Southern California,
Right,
but...
I never clicked on them.
No,
so I would
okay.
just scroll past them.
Got it.
It's the group, so you wouldn't have to engage in it.
Would it be like showing their like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so I love tying girls up, doing it for girls, blah, 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 blah. So, you know, this is personal, and, you know, I'm only asking this to understand you better. How old were you when this happened to you?
It was younger than 13. It was before that happened with my cousin.
Okay,
It
so...
was when I was about 9, 8.
Okay. And what, do you have an Android or an iPhone? Where's this kind of happening on? Or where did it happen on?
What do you mean?
Like, was this like on some Apple device or an Android? iPhone. Okay. Did you switch over to Android or something, or?
No.
Okay.
What does that matter?
Well, because, you know, this stuff kind of saves differently on each app, and, you know, I was kind of trying to, I'm sorry, not each app, each device, and I was just trying to think, like, why, how could I see that you're on session and all this stuff, but having taken an iPhone makes it kind of explainable. I got you. So have any of these people, like, offered to meet up with you or do anything like that, besides me or something? Okay. So, have you seen anything called a mega link?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Where have you seen that stuff posted? Like links, like mega links, all that type of stuff?
Instagram comment sections. People post like the link. I just never wanted to trust any of those.
Sure. So you never opened any mega links?
No.
Okay. Instagram comment sections. Golly, I'm trying to think. So how long did this world kind of bring you into it before you started seeing mega links posted?
I mean, not long. Once you kind of like, you know, once Instagram kind of like adjusts your algorithm, then like you pretty much see all of those videos and stuff or pictures where it has comment sections where you have other dudes like that.
Right. So what did you search up for Instagram to start displaying this stuff for you?
Just like young model videos or like dancing videos.
Then it kind of degenerated into the
Right.
CP stuff. Okay. So I do want to ask EJ, truly, I mean, you know, I can see, even though you have a deleted Telegram account, I could still go back and see when it was created. I could see when the WhatsApp was made. I could see when the Signal was made. I know the Sessions is relatively newer, but this ain't 4 months. I mean, I'm really curious because you were saying in this, the videos, I could probably find a video of a 6-year-old on Telegram after being in the world for a little bit, but I can't find that right now. I got to build up some trust. Okay, I know how this works. When would you say this stuff really started? Like the online child?
Like last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't no 4 months. That's call that.
No. What do you mean 4 months?
Well, you told me that this started 4 months ago for you.
Started 4 months?
Yeah, like this trading stuff or.
Oh, well, sorry, I didn't realize that I had said that.
Okay, so last year, but around what time last year?
Maybe shortly before the talking to the 16-year-old.
Okay, so maybe middle of last year?
Maybe like towards winter.
Okay, so was this after you moved to Oregon or a little bit before?
After.
After? So when you're living with your girlfriend, why do you then take up child?
I just already had a addiction, I guess.
Okay. Is there anything like you've seen just sparingly before that of like younger stuff?
No, not like that.
Okay. So what about the deep web? Is that something that they introduced to you at all? No Tor browser or anything?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I heard of Tor browser, but not for that.
Okay. Did you
ever wonder what it's like to be an air crewman in the Navy? Watch us in an air crewman search and rescue challenge at sailorversus.com.
ever go on the Tor browser for some other reason?
Yeah, Yeah, just like to look random stuff up to see what Tor was all about.
Okay.
I've heard about it, like VPNs, Tor, and all that privacy stuff, you know?
Sure. So is Tor also on your, can you even get Tor on your phone, or is that on a computer or something?
I think I used to be able to get Tor on my phone, but I don't know anymore if it's available on my phone.
Okay. So Tor was a few years ago then, or?
It was like 4 years ago.
Okay.
Still when I was in college.
So are you, oh, I guess you are 23. Okay. So did you finish school?
No, I couldn't afford to keep going.
Did you go to like 4-year, or did you go to CC?
I went to a 4-year.
Okay. Just curious, where at?
I'd rather not say.
Oh, that's fine. What was your major going to be?
Spanish originally.
Majoring in Spanish?
Yeah.
So so that's like how does that exactly work? Like, you speak Spanish fluently. Like, so how do you major in that? Like, how does that like work?
I don't speak it fluently. I had to learn it through school.
Oh, okay.
But can we get to the other questions?
Right.
I'd rather not tell my whole life story.
Sure. No, that's totally fine. So what kind of stuff did the deep web show you when you were on there?
I just looked up random stuff.
Like?
Didn't find a lot.
Like what?
Nothing nefarious, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. So, I mean, did any child get displayed to you on the deep web just by accident or anything?
No.
No.
I mean, this was like 4 or 5 years ago before I ever wanted to see any of that. I was just on Tor browser.
Okay.
Not like deep web.
Sure. So what made you, I guess, what flipped the switch to make you want to see this stuff now? Because, you say trauma at 4 years old, but when you were 18, 19...
Like 8 or 9.
Yep, sorry about that. Trauma at 8 or 9, but then when you're 18, 19, you're not looking it up. So what kind of flipped the switch to make you start looking at this stuff?
I guess just hyperactivity and like addiction,
Okay.
Just it developing over the years.
Okay. And what I am curious about too is, obviously I'm not going to say what happens with you is not an issue, but there's also younger ladies under 18 online that like to talk to people and, like to be promiscuous on their own, which I don't even agree with myself. So how many of these younger ladies have tried to talk to you online, hit you up and all that type of stuff?
Just the 116-year-old.
Okay.
Although I hit her up, not the other way around.
Okay, you hit her up. So if this was that, how do you think you found her?
It was, like I said, either TikTok or Instagram. I can't remember which one it was.
Okay. You hit her up saying what? Like, what was your pickup line there?
I can't remember.
Okay. Just kind of, she just was interested and y'all just kind of hit it off? Okay. So how many other, if you're reaching out to people on TikTok, how many other people do you think you reached out to that could have been younger?
I didn't reach out to very many people, maybe like 2 or 3 other people.
Okay. What would their ages have been?
Around the same, 15, 16.
Okay. Got it. Do they entertain conversation with you?
For a little bit, but not very long.
Okay. Did it get to a point where they're kind of flirting with you in a way, or?
Sometimes-ish.
Okay. Got it. So if this chicken, did it get to a point where they were sending you pictures too, like the 16-year-old chick was?
Yeah.
Okay, they all were doing that?
No, just the 16-year-old.
Okay. So was it, were these nudes, was it like a mutual thing, or were?
It was mutual.
Okay, so you weren't like extorting her for nudes, you were sending your back at least to her? Okay, well that's good to know, because because a lot of extortion happens online. God, this is all crumbled up. Freaky. So why did you hit up the Oregon account?
Just looking to trade, I guess.
Looking to trade? Okay. How often would you just reach out to accounts hoping to trade with people? Because that was just a random. I didn't even know who you were. I didn't follow you.
I know. It just happens.
Okay.
Like for the group and whatnot,
Okay. So would it be fair to say that you've probably traded every other day for the past year and a half, almost?
Not a year and a half.
Last year?
Definitely less than a year.
Okay. But every
I
other...
understand that you think that it, takes like a while to get into trusted circles.
Right.
I would argue that it really doesn't.
They just let you in like that?
If you say the right things, yeah.
Okay. So basically for the past 9 months, every other day, they're just trading with you. Is that an accurate thing to say?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. So what would you say is, who would you say is the person you traded with the most? Is there anybody that sticks out more than the others?
No.
No.
Not
Okay.
any username that I can remember.
Okay.
The only username that I can remember was the one that I gave you guys.
Do you remember what situation, like the person that sent you the most? Because obviously not everybody's sending you just 2 pictures each. You know, I'm sure it's like one, there's a lot, there's a little. You know, I'm sure it varies. Who is the person, or what was the time when they were sending you the most of that stuff when it was like trading? Like, who was the person? You know, that sent you the most videos. You get what I'm trying to say here?
I get what you're trying to say. I get what you're trying to work towards. Like, there needs to be like one central person that was doing the most, but I can't remember any usernames.
Okay.
The people that were doing the most were in those Telegram groups, but I can't remember names.
Okay, so by doing the most, like how often are they posting in those groups?
Like 40 videos, like every hour.
40 videos every hour?
Or like every other hour.
Got it.
Like I said, like 20, 30 people in that group. It was a pretty close-knit group.
Was that your group or somebody else's group?
The ones that they invited me to.
Okay. So how many did they invite you to?
Just the 2.
Okay. And then you created one separate one, is that right?
You're right.
Okay. So by 40 every hour, is this is there each person posting 40 every hour, or is this just
it would be like 2 people that would post very consistently for like a minute.
Okay.
Like a fat minute, and then after that it would be like a while, and then somebody would post like a bunch of other videos.
Okay. So no wonder it's all these age ranges. I mean,
right.
The probabilities.
Lost Illinois Medicaid and need health coverage? At healthcare.gov, 4 out of 5 customers can find a health plan for $10 or less per month with financial help. Healthcare.gov is here for you. Enroll today for coverage starting the 1st of next month.
So in your little group, in your starting 5, like basketball, you like basketball?
I never watched it.
Well, soccer?
Kind of.
All right. Yeah, I mean, you got the Adidas track pants. I mean, I'd hope so. That's like, that'd be like me wearing, I mean, if you didn't play soccer wearing those, that's the equivalent of me wearing like or something. It just is so off. But, okay. So your group of 5, how often were those people trading in that group?
Like I said, every day.
Okay. But we're talking 40 times an hour, or what's the frequency during those days?
Like I said, like 20, anywhere from 20 to 40 times an hour, I guess.
Even in the group of 5?
Oh, not the group of 5. Well, like the one that I created?
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
only
no,
created.
It was a lot less than that. Maybe
okay.
Like twice a day.
Okay. So people just put in twice a day? Were there 2 images put in that group?
No, like if you could imagine maybe like 10 videos or / images.
Okay, so 2 times 5 pretty
right.
much. So for each, okay. So you'd put in twice a day, they'd put in twice a day. It was really not too much.
I really didn't put in a lot into that group.
Okay.
I figured since I had traded with most of the people that I had already invited into that group,
sure.
they would just go ahead and do their thing.
Okay, so they didn't have to, they weren't suspicious about you because you traded with them already.
Right.
Okay, I got you. Well, I mean, does your girlfriend want kids with you? Like, are y'all talking about getting married and all that stuff?
We're thinking about it.
Okay.
She said eventually she wants to.
Sure.
And originally I wanted to, then we decided that we didn't want to, and then now I'm kind of thinking that maybe I do.
Okay. Like, did y'all not want to because y'all weren't getting along or something, or?
No, it's just, for a second there, we had like this philosophy of like not wanting to have kids just in general because it's expensive, they're a headache, that kind of thing.
Oh, well, do you think she's going to want kids after, if you were to tell her what just happened?
I doubt it.
Right. Well, I mean, EJ, so on your iPhone, this would go to there's an app called Photos on your iPhone? Okay. So if I were to go on that iPhone and see there would be a thing called Photos, and I would just, was there like a separate folder for those photos specifically, or was it just mixed into your gallery?
It was in my hidden folder.
Hidden?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. So this was like kind of deliberate saving then?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, obviously I didn't want my girlfriend to see it.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's just common sense. Okay. So I got to ask, I mean, I want to give you the chance. Can we go get rid of those?
Get rid of the photos?
Mm-hmm.
They're already rid of.
They're already rid of?
Right.
Okay. When did you delete those photos?
Like a few months ago.
A few months ago. Okay.
Shortly after I got banned from Telegram.
Okay. So tell me about WhatsApp. I mean, what would happen on there? You said individual trading.
Right.
Okay.
Same session, pretty much.
Any groups on there?
No.
Okay. Hey, can you tell Kev to get my phone, please? Where is he? Well. Okay, so the activity logs for WhatsApp, for all this. I mean, you still have a WhatsApp account.
I don't use it anymore.
Okay. Is there a reason why it would be sitting on your phone right now?
Why it would be sitting on my phone? It's not downloaded on my phone.
Okay.
I don't have the app. If the account still exists and I forgot to delete it, that's my fault. I can
Okay.
delete it.
Okay, got it. Was there ever a time during the past year where you just took a little break from doing this type of stuff? Or was it just consistent like 9 months straight?
I did try to delete it, all of my photos and stuff.
Yeah.
And my apps, at least twice, because I felt regretful about it.
Right.
And after that, it was like a addiction. I just went back to it.
Went back to it. Okay. So how long have you been sober, quote unquote?
Maybe like 3 months.
Okay. Well, these messages were in the middle of August, I think, and now it's October. I think it's probably closer to just a month or a month and a half here.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm off.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Okay, got it.
I don't mean to be dishonest.
Okay. So what, I mean, and the reason why this matters is because we do like to take statistics on what, like, you know, if it happens on this phone, why is it allowed to happen on this phone? Because, you know, look, I'm not saying you're blameless here, but Apple could do a better job.
They definitely could.
They could do a better job.
I agree.
So what model of this iPhone is this happening on? Like, is this happening on like an iPhone? I know it's on an iPhone 4, but you know, an iPhone 4 or an iPhone 5? Like, what phone is this happening
It
on?
used to happen on an iPhone 8.
An iPhone 8?
Correct.
Okay. When'd you get the new one?
Not too long ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Hey, Kev, can you get my phone from the car, please?
I need the car to walk through the driveway.
Okay. Okay.
Is everything okay over there?
Yeah, I think he just needs to move.
Meet the new Google Pixel 8 Pro. Trade in your old phone and save. Get it today on Google.
The car. Okay, so who's your service provider? Is it like Sprint or Verizon, or?
Do I have to say?
I'm asking you, yeah. You don't have to say anything. T-Mobile, okay. Got it. Is there a way we can get rid of that iPhone 8? Like just dispose of it, or?
It's already disposed of.
Where is it now?
In the trash, somewhere in the dump.
Okay.
It got a cracked screen, so I figured I wouldn't sell it. It's already an iPhone 8, you know, who wants an iPhone 8?
Right. How long did you have that iPhone 8 for?
A while.
Okay. Well, can I see your phone real quick? I want to look up something. Okay. Well, he's getting my phone. So now what phone do you have? An iPhone?
I don't know what model it is.
Okay.
I can't remember.
Got it. Did you buy that iPhone 8 yourself, or was it somebody else?
It's a gift.
For a B-Day or something?
No, just in general.
Are you? Yeah, their B-Day. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, what are you going to tell your girlfriend after this? Like your parents and all that type of stuff?
Gonna have to tell them the truth when they ask me the questions.
Okay, well, what if they don't ask you the questions? Like, what if you just say, "Oh, it was nothing. I got it taken care of." I mean, are you going to tell her?
No, obviously not. She's gonna ask me what happened, and I'm gonna tell her what happened.
Okay. What was she saying out there to you?
She was just saying that the cops were coming because that neighbor called.
Okay. Got it. Got it. I mean, you know, I hope you're ready to accept whatever she has for you, man. I mean, you know.
I gotta face the consequences.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
My responsibility. I did what I did, and I have to live up to it.
Yep.
Here you go.
So what did you end up doing with that Instagram account that you had?
Deleted it.
Deleted it. Okay.
Either that or it got reported. I can't remember.
Okay. How many Instagram accounts have you lost?
2.
2. For what reasons, you think? Just like this?
One of them was because somebody reported me for that.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one, I think somebody that I know from California who doesn't like me reported me. I don't think that was related to anything.
Okay. So who do you think would report you for like this type of stuff on Instagram?
I would have assumed you guys.
Well, no, man.
I don't know.
Okay. So I do need to ask, I mean, the iPhone 8 came out in 2017.
Okay.
So I don't think you had an iPhone 8 for 8 years. I mean, look, the reason I'm asking
if you say 8 years, I said a while.
Okay, well, whatever it was. I mean, the reason I'm asking you if it happened on this current phone is because I do want to give you a chance to actually truly wipe the stuff, because you know when it's deleted, it's not gone, right?
No, I believe you.
Okay.
It was on the iPhone 8. I don't have anything on my new iPhone.
Okay. Well, I mean, if there is something, I mean, we can get rid of it together. I mean,
I believe you, and I trust you that that's true. I just don't have anything on this new phone.
Okay. So the iPhone 8, I mean, do you happen to know where it could be? I mean, is it still in your house somewhere? Because if you didn't trade it in, if you just disposed of it, I mean, because it wasn't a trade-in, we know that. Okay, so I don't think you just threw an iPhone 8 in the trash. I mean, where would it be truly? I don't think, I mean, I've never heard of anybody just throwing a phone away, no matter how old.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if it's cracked screen?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not paying to fix this cracked screen. So
Right.
why would I keep it? Nobody's going to buy it. It's an iPhone 8.
No, I know. But
I get it, 2017 or whatever, but it was already working really crappy.
Mhm.
It didn't want to charge, because anytime you put a charger in it, you have to literally put it down and like put pressure down so that way the charger gets it at a stupid angle. I couldn't get any, what is it? It barely had any memory space.
okay.
It was a really trash phone.
Well, this iPhone you have now is like a new phone, or is it like refurbished, or like?
It's new-ish, I think.
Okay.
It's bigger than the last one. That's
Okay.
my gauge of how new iPhones are, I guess.
Okay, got it. I mean, are you planning on changing your phone number at all after this, just to kind of disassociate yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
So was WhatsApp used for any other reason besides maybe just trading?
A long time ago, I used to use it for talking to family.
Okay. Like in Mexico or something?
No, just in general.
Okay. I mean, how sure are you that you're not going to get back into this? Because, I mean, you're only on a month break. I mean, you sure you're not going to relapse? I mean, do you worry about relapsing?
Not anymore.
Not anymore?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I have this new philosophy that is rooted in my ancestors, and I really believe it.
What is it?
I'd rather not get into specifics, but I'm native.
Okay.
And my ancestors had a very specific way that a man should act, and that's what I'm following now.
Is it just with this? I mean, did this type of stuff kind of whip you into doing that, or what?
It's part of it.
Okay. So whatever happened to your Signal account?
I must have deleted it.
Okay. Okay, so you still have your WhatsApp account, and
I can delete that.
okay. Telegram is gone. Was your Telegram under that same 714 phone number?
Yeah.
Okay. So how does Sessions work? Is Sessions also your phone number too?
You don't need any like information for session.
You just kind of go on there?
Yeah, you can just go on. You
Okay.
don't even need like an email or anything, I don't think.
Okay. So, I mean, out of all the, I mean, what about Kick? Did you ever have Kick or anything like that?
No.
No.
I didn't even know that Kick still existed.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I wasn't thinking exactly. I was thinking middle school. Okay. So on WhatsApp, I mean, how many people do you think would like trade with you and all this type of stuff?
Very few.
Very
Not
few.
very many people trusted WhatsApp because it's owned by Facebook.
Right.
Which one's a liar? Are you Elijah?
Yeah, that's him, sir.
Yeah?
We're just having conversation here, and
How you doing, man?
I'm Elias, sir.
Elias? Oh, I'm sorry, Elias. Nice to meet you, Elias. I'm Officer Mathis. Hey, go ahead and take a seat right there for me, okay? If you could just like lean up against the bars or whatever. Gotta talk to you about some things.
Sure.
You guys recording me?
yes, sir. Is that okay?
I don't mind. You're also being recorded on my body cam.
That's fine.
Elias, what's your first name, man? Elias. How I spell it? Last name? Phone number? Good address for you. Say that again? Okay. Okay. Date of birth for you, man? So that's the reason I'm here, because I want to talk to you about some of the things they were talking to you about, okay? Is that okay with you? Okay, before I ask you any questions, I'm going to read your rights, okay? It was my duty to warn you before you make any statement. You have the right to remain absolutely silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to consult an attorney before making any statement. If you're without funds, you have the right to court-appointed attorney at public expense. You have the right to have your attorney present when and if you do make any statement. You have the right to interrupt this conversation at any time. Anything you do say must be freely and voluntarily said. You understand your rights? Do you have any questions about them? Oh, okay. All right, man. So just tell me a little about what's going on. I'm here to listen. Okay. I'm not a judgmental person. Okay. So feel free to tell me anything you need that you feel like I need to know about what's going on today. Okay. I haven't been filled in much, but I'd like to know as much as possible. You know, maybe it's about your conversation with them, but you know, if you could just kind of explain to me what's going on today. Okay, well, so I'm hearing some things about maybe some illegal content that you might have on your phone that have to do with children.
I'm no longer that.
Okay, but you weren't in possession of that content? Okay, well, I appreciate your honesty. That's that's a good start. Can you tell me how you would get this content?
On television.
Okay. On various apps? It's like through your phone? Okay, so let me ask you this, Elias. If I were to apply for a search warrant for your cell phone, right? And that search warrant was to get granted, and they allowed me to search your phone, a judge signed off on the search warrant, I wouldn't find any child on your phone? Okay. When did you get rid of this content?
A few months ago.
A few months ago?
I don't know exactly.
Okay. All right. Can you tell me about how long you were doing that for?
Maybe 8-9 months.
8-9 months? Okay. And so I'm guessing you had it on your cell phone. You don't have it on any backup phone, no iPad, computer, nothing like that? Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. You ready for my name and date of birth? First of Elias, Echo, Lima, India, Alpha, Sierra, last common spelling. date of birth. Negative. Well, that's another thing I wanted to... Well, do you have any type of ID on you or anything like that? No. Do you have like 2 last names? Or is it like... You do? Say that again? Oh, okay, okay. How do I spell that second part?
And then they said you can send a detective, and then he just
Now? You don't? Okay, where's it at home? Then you want to hear from your home address, I'm guessing? Be able to give him some of that info that you have? Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, would you three mind going to talk to Officer Felix for me, please? Sure. Yeah.
We posed as basically a person with a young kid, like a father of a young girl, and he messaged us asking us to trade child. And obviously we didn't do it with him, but we got info out of him, like about who he is. He gave us his phone number, and the conversation ended there. But he sent some very vile messages. He admitted to also.
I think we're in an Airheads commercial. Want to skip it?
But like this is just a PDF file of just my screenshots. So it's out of order, but we have it. I can send a full screen report.
Here, don't send me anything on Instagram.
Right, right.
Okay, so this is what you...
Yeah. And I just said that to him so I don't receive any child.
And if that's the case, then we will get all of that.
Well, I hope so. Yeah. That's something else. I mean, if his phone doesn't see, that's something you can go easily to wipe.
Well, that's not happening. We're seasoned.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, I was just letting you know. But
Right.
if you guys could stick around, I have to get all
no, absolutely.
I'm gonna have to get all you guys' info and
no problem.
Follow up with you before we get out of here. Okay.
Sure.
No cops today.
But they are seizing his phone though, so let's go. Let's do a little outro. Alright guys, if you want to help support getting traders like that off the street, well hopefully off the street, I mean, they said they're taking his phone, so that is a foot in the door. Then be sure to join Locals. There's tons of videos, early and uncensored. You could have seen this probably a month or two early, and you could see other videos, over 30 videos, early and uncensored. We do travel the most and catch the sickest. I mean, this would be the sickest catch for any other team, and this is a run of the mill one for us. Well, who knows? You never know. But yeah, so if you want to support the team that's traveling the most, catching the sickest, and to see content early, exclusive live streams, exclusive live catches, be sure to join up on Locals. It really helps us out. You can see the video of one of the best interviews we've ever done of the guy who has a gaming store and did some pretty bad things to his daughter. So be sure to check it out. Support the team that's traveling most cash in this. You know, if you tip your delivery driver, leave a tip at, Starbucks, then hey, $7 for us traveling, catching these bad guys. So yeah, join up, pin comment. If you're on Rumble, press that red join button or go to the pin comment. If you're on YouTube, pin comment.